evening, everyone. This is Manisha Rai, an assistant professor in Department of Computer Science Engineering at Ajay Kumar Gar Engineering College, Ghaziabad. In today's session, I would like to give brief introduction about big data platform. Before discussion of big data platform, it is important to discuss basic theory related to big data, its types and its importance. So now start the topic one by one. This is the content related to this particular lecture. First of all, we will discuss basic introduction of big data, for the types of digital data that is important to big data. After then, we will discuss our main topic, that is big data platform, and in the last we will discuss importance of big data and why we use it. So here, as you can see, that this is the basic introduction of big data. What is big data? In a simple word, we can say that big data is a collection of huge volume of data that is grow exponentially in a short time. Also, it's a combination of structure, semi-structure and unstructured data. One by one, we will discuss all these three types of data that is related to the big data concept. So in a short manner, we can say that big data is a collection of huge volume of data that is not capable to be stored by the help of conventional database. Here, as you can see that these are some important factor which is generated huge volume of data within a short manner of a time. As you can see that Twitter, Facebook, Google, another web application, these are some application which are generating huge volume of data very rapidly. Now we will discuss about the types of digital data. So first type of digital data is our structured data. Structured data is a kind of a data that can be stored in a form of table, or you can say that kind of a data which will be helpful to store with the help of conventional database, that is known as the structured database. For example, all kind of machine logs, financial data, all this data is came under the criteria of structured database. The second kind of digital data is our semi-structured data. Semi-structured data is a combination of structured and unstructured data. For example, XML, JSON, HTML, email data, all these are the kind of semi-structured data. And the third one and the most important kind of digital data is our unstructured data. Unstructured data is a combination of image, audio, video, multimedia files. So basically we can say that all different kind of data that we generally collect from web sources is came under the unstructured data type. Here some difference are notated about the structured data and unstructured data. As you can see that structured data can be stored in the form of row or column, or basically we can see that any kind of data that can be stored in the form of table, that is known as the structured database. Unstructured data cannot be displayed in the format of table. For that, we use different concept that is related to the big data display. So we can say that unstructured data is a combination of image, audio, video file that is displayed in the form of document in big data concept. After that, we can say that storage of structured data is easy as compared to the unstructured data. Also, processing of structured data is easy as compared to the unstructured data. Structured data required less storage as compared to unstructured data. These are some basic difference between the structured data and unstructured data. Along with that, this is the also a basic explanation about the semi-structured data. As I have earlier discussed, semi-structured data is a combination of structured and unstructured data. For example, CSV file, JSON, emails, XML, HTML, all these are came under the category of semi-structured data. After that, our main topic is start, that is big data platform. First of all, it is important to understand why we use big data platform. We use big data platform to perform different kind of functionality related to the big data storage and data analysis. Just to perform and apply different kind of functionality, we need several platform, because only one platform is not capable to perform all these functionality smoothly. So we need different kind of platform to store the data, and with the help of these tools we can generate insight of the database. So first platform is related to the data ingestion. What is the meaning of data ingestion? Data ingestion means to collect data from the different web sources. Here we can collect the data from the social media, from transaction data. All these came under the category of data ingestion. It means to collect data from web sources. After that, we manage data. It means we use different tools and different platform to collect the data, to store data and analyze data. After that, we manage this data, and finally we store this data for further or future analysis. So one by one we are going to cover all these topics. Okay. So first of all, as I already discussed, in big data platform and tools, our first segment was big data ingestion. Ingestion means to prioritize our data and collect data from different web sources. This is known as the data ingestion, and after that we integrate data to store at one particular place. So this is a basic concept related to data ingestion and data integration. Then we store that particular data using a specific platform. This is the known as the big data storage or big data collection. Generally, we use Hadoop to collect data and to store data. After storage, we perform different kind of functionality to find out data insight. After collection, the first process we use, that is the data mining. It means we fetch required amount of data from stored data to find out new insights. This is known as the data mining. After data mining, we analyze the data to find new information about stored data, that is known as the data analysis. And after data analysis, we manage and we store the data for future analysis. That is the basic concept of data warehouse or ETL. So here, as you can see, that the architecture of ETL is described. What is the full form of ETL? ETL full form is extract, transform, and load. It means with the help of ETL architecture, we can extract data from web sources. Then we transform that data. It means here we analyze that data and load this data to different platform. Like in the form of data files, we store that data into data warehouse for further analysis, and also we upload this data to the cloud for remote location access. So OLTP and OLAP is also a important aspect related to big data platform. OLTP full form is online transaction processing, and OLAP full form is online Analytical processing. So how can we can use the concept of OLTP and OLAP here? First of all, we collect or extract raw data from different sources. Like we can collect semi-structured data from different kind of files. We can collect semi-structured data from another different kind of files, like with the help of CSV, with the help of HTML files, and unstructured data from different kind of web sources. After that, as our requirement, we extract the data from these files, transform this data with the help of different analytical processing tool, and load this data to the data warehouse and data mart. And just to change this data into end result, we can use different reporting tools to generate scorecard, charts, and our graphics. Here I have already discussed about the OLAP and OLTP. So these are some basic components related to big data platform. As I've already discussed, data ingestion, integration, and ETL. Data ingestion, just to collect raw data. Integration, combine different kind of data. ETL means as per the requirement, extract, transform, and load this data. Stream computing means to analyze live data to generate instant result. Big data analytical platform or machine learning. With the help of these components, we can collect data, store data, analyze this data, and find the new insights about the data. Then data integration and warehouse. Here we can store result for future analysis. In the warehouse, we can store all kind of data insights for further analysis. And data governance means to ensure privacy and security and also maintain the database. Here's another, provide accurate data means data should be correct to perform analysis. Cloud data warehouse for scalability. To access data from any kind of remote location or just to increase scalability feature of data, we can use cloud feature. Then data discovery platform for price optimization. Here we can use some another platform to find new insight again and again. And data observation. Here another some more concept is related to big data technology component. As I've already discussed, data storage, data mining, data analysis, and data visualization. Now we will discuss some important tools that is already available in market to perform this functionality related to big data. First of all, I have already discussed about the data source. Data source, here as you can see that from where we can collect our data from web sources. For that we can use ERP, CRM, and another kind of web sources that is helpful to provide huge amount of data for data analysis process. After that, we stored this data with the help of Hadoop, MongoDB to analysis. Then with the help of data mining, we can extend required amount of data. For data mining, most preferable tools that is available in market is RapidMiner or SPSS Modeler. After data mining, we can use data analysis. For data analysis, most preferable tool is Spark. And finally, we use this find out data in the form of result. Just to generate result, we can use Tableau or Looker. It is generate data visualization report. Here I have, as I have earlier discussed, for data storage, we can use Apache Hadoop. For data mining, we can use RapidMiner or Presto. It is helpful to extract required amount of data from Hadoop or MongoDB. For data analysis, we can use Spark or Splunk. It is helpful to generate new insight related to database. For data visualization, we can use Tableau or Looker. With the help of these tools, we can generate graphs, report, or end result related to data insights. Now, our most important topic, that is importance of big data. Why we use big data and what is the benefit of big data over the conventional database. First of all, big data is cost and time saving. With the help of big data, we can collect or store huge amount of data with the less amount of time, and also it is required less space as compared to conventional database. Also, big data is helpful to store different kind of data segment. Maybe data is available in the form of audio, video, multimedia file. That kind of data is not helpful to store with the help of conventional database. So here we can use big data concept to filter or store this kind of data, or we can say that big data is helpful to save our time and cost related to storage and analysis of data. So with that note, I would like to conclude my topic. I hope you enjoy this session. Thank you so much everyone for giving your valuable time. Have a nice day.